Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we can see that.
Online team, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
We can see.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Not able to hear your voice.
Yeah, we
Just
can see your
type
screen,
in
sir.
chat. Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, yesterday we have taken introduction to ADF. ADF as a cloud ETL. There are two types of work styles in the ETL process. Number one is ETL. Let me record it. Yeah, recording is going on. Second style is ELT. Already we discussed the ETL process is suitable for small volumes. And ELT, this is for big volumes. Big volumes of data. So mainly in ADF, the second style we are going to work. Extract, first load into the target, and then we will start processing. Okay. Again, basically you have two types of targets for target data storages. If it is your data warehouse, Synapse you will be using. But it can handle only structured data. If data is out of structure, like semi-structured and unstructured images, audios, videos, such kind of data is there, then we have data lake. Got it? But your sources are basically anything. The sources for ADF. You are extracting data means what is the input source? The input source can be on-premise databases. Here on-premise databases means any RDBMS, Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, you take anything. All these are the popular databases. You can connect with any on-premise database, which is not in the cloud. Okay. Even you can connect with files. The files can be local files, can be remote files also. That too, there are advanced file systems like distributed file systems to store large volumes of data. That means these files can be a flat files. That means a normal files, or files can be even distributed file systems like HDFS files, Hadoop distributed file systems, or any other distributed file systems also. Got it? And targets generally will be like this: Synapse, data lake, and also sometimes you will be writing into Cosmos DB. I'm extracting from sources, dumping into required targets. Then I will perform my required transformations on the data, like data cleansing kind of activities. Okay, transforming data according to the business logics. In this way, many activities I will be doing. Finally, after completion of my process, I will have to store my data into, again, some other target. Generally, the targets in Azure Data Engineer is Synapse, Data Lake, and Cosmos DB. But sometimes you want to write your data to your target client application, but application backend is different. At the time, you will be writing into those databases also. Got it? So this is what previously we have discussed. But what is the advantage if it is cloud ETL? No infrastructure cost. everything infrastructure, whatever the infrastructure required for our processes, automatically the cloud provider will engage you. And good security. And all networking infrastructure means not only the hardware, that means not only the CPUs, the required hardware, networking components, everything you will be getting as part of this. Got it. So in this way, that too, one more advantage, you need not to purchase any software license for this. Only pay as you go. As a student, generally we go as a free trial. 1 month free trial will be there. But organizations, they go with pay as you go model. That means it depends on my data volume, data storage, depends on my resources engaged for the data processing. The charges will be applied to the client. Okay. So finally, our target is to store big volumes of data and to process it very high speed with less cost. This is what our target. Okay, this is general overview of data engineer. Already we have discussed in many sessions. So especially in ADF, your work is creating the pipelines, data pipelines. These pipelines are part of the building blocks. Okay, so simply these things are called building blocks of ADF. Yesterday we discussed about these building blocks. What are those? First one is pipeline. Within the pipeline, activities. The activities are using data sets to read data or to write data into that one. Data sets are required. But to create a data set prerequisite is linked service. To create linked service, integration runtime. In yesterday class, we have discussed about the first 4 activities. Integration runtime, we did not find time to discuss about it. We'll do that one. So pipeline, once again, I just quick recall for the new guys. Pipeline, what you can say about it is a set of sequence of activities. Suppose first activity, extracting data. Second activity, eliminating unwanted rows. Third activity, cleaning null values. In this way, activity to activity, different data operations will be happening. Set of sequence of all these activities is called a pipeline. Finally, as a developer, you are creating pipelines, you are testing pipelines, and finally, you are going to deploy pipelines. Okay, again, deployment of pipelines is another different challenge. Here again, different tools will be there because we are developing pipelines in our development environment. But to execute these pipelines in the production, got it? There are some CI/CD life cycles will be used. Azure is providing Azure DevOps product. Of course, you need not to learn entire Azure DevOps. Azure CI/CD pipelines you should learn. So as part of this course, you will be learning that one also. How to create Azure CI/CD pipeline, especially for ADF data pipelines. Got it? So in the climax, you will be understanding how to deploy your CI/CD pipelines. And finally, activities. Come to the activities. Activity is a data operation. Different activities are there. Some 23 different activities will be there. Each activity has its own purpose. At each activity, some operation is happening on the data. Finally, if input source is having purely raw data, in the target, finally, you are going to provide fully matured, meaningful data with the help of these activities. All these activities you will be keeping under one pipeline. Okay. So next, data sets. These data sets are called data objects. In general, you can say these are aliases. or snapshots. Aliases for physical data objects. The data object can be anything, sir. Data object can be anything. It can be a table. It can be a file. Okay. That to the file format can be a normal file or it can be a compressed file. It can be of anything. For the physical, suppose there is a big file or big table. I want to read data from that table. First of all, I have to create a data set for that table. This ADF data set is acting as alias to that physical table. Got it? That is a mirror, you can say. Is a mirror. If you are physical body, this data set is a mirror. Got it? With help of these data sets only, you can work with the data. But to create data set, I need linked service. What is a linked service? Linked service is a connection string. Just like you have, if it is website, you have URL. Same thing. If it is Oracle, I need to create one linked service for that Oracle to connect with that. Got it? Suppose my target database is Synapse. To write data into that Synapse, again, I need to create one linked service. So these explanations we have taken. Now come to this one. After completion of this integration runtime, we will involve all these things and one flow we will be explaining. Please keep silence. 4. Integration runtime. So simply in shortcuts, you can say IR. Integration runtimes are running at both source levels and target levels. Both source and target levels, these integration runtimes will be running. Okay. So what is the purpose of this one is, for example, you have Oracle. Target is Azure Synapse or Azure Data Lake. I want to read data from this Oracle table and I want to write into Azure Data Lake. Okay. Simply here, one IR should be there. Here, other IR should be there. Got it. So what is the responsibility of this IR integration runtime is, which integrates the data transportation between cloud and non-cloud. That means between different sources and different targets. The data transportation activity will be taken care by these IRs. Got it. See, this IR is basically 3 types of IRs here. Integration runtimes. Number 1, auto integration runtime. You need not to create for that, which is by default available in the Azure auto integration runtime. Not in Azure, in Azure ADF. Okay. And number 2, self-hosted IR. Number 3, SSIS IR. What is the full form of SSIS? Have you heard about MSBI? Before ADF, Microsoft BI tool was MSBI. Within that, 2 tools will be there basically, SSIS and SSIR. SSIS is a ETL. SSIR reporting. Integration services, reporting services. SS means SQL server. SQL server integration services. Integration service SSIS is a ETL in the Microsoft. In the case of reporting, they have the product called SSIR. Okay, IR means SSRS, not IR. SSRS, reporting services. Got it. So now SSRS is replaced with Power BI. Okay. Power BI kind of reporting tools. SSIS, now that will be replaced with ADF. So simply, what is the difference between SSIS and ADF? If any ask, SSIS is cloud, no, sorry, non-cloud, on-premise. ADF is cloud. Okay, like that. Okay, in this way, three types of integration runtimes will be there. When to use what? A simple example. This is auto IR. You have to use. If data resource is part of Azure services. If data resource is part of Azure resources, just use auto integration runtime. You need not to create anything for that. By default, that is available. Whenever you launch ADF instance, automatically auto IR is available for you. Got it. Self-hosted IR. This is for if data resource is out of Azure, that means other than Azure. For example, I have an on-premise Oracle. I have on-premise Oracle. From Oracle, for the Oracle, I need to create a data set. For Oracle table, I want to create a data set. To create a data set, what is required? Linked service required. To create linked service, what is prerequisite? Integration runtime. But Oracle is part of Azure or out of Azure? That is out of Azure. Then you have to create self-hosted integration runtime. Generally, in the organizations, in our development organizations, the self-hosted integration runtimes and linked services are created by the Azure Data Factory admins, not by the developers. But here, as part of practicing, you will have to learn everything. Got it? Yeah. So if data resource is out of Azure, that means not part of the Azure. What I mean is out of Azure services. Then you have to use self-hosted IR. Okay. Now come to the third point. Come to the third point, which is SSIR. That means SQL Server Integration Services, which is ETL tool of Microsoft. Suppose your client already using ETL in SSIS. They have like how we have pipelines here, they have packages. Okay. Already SS, a lot of hundreds of packages will be there. Now, first time they want to come to cloud. In cloud, so same ETL is ADF. But already there existed data flows. There existed data flows in SSIS. Now they want to migrate. They want to run same existed SSIS packages in the ADF cloud. Got it? Then they have to use SSIS IR integration runtime. This is a special case. So this is for only for Microsoft existed customers who are already using SSIS as ETL. Now they want to run their SSIS packages in ADF. Then without developing new pipelines, they want to run existed SS packages into the cloud. So then SSIR will be used. Okay. I will write the same point. SSIS packages. In ADF. So in this way, you have three types of things. Now come back to this scenario, please guide me. So let me give you scenario. You please reply me further. I have Oracle table. In Oracle table, my database is MyDB. Within MyDB, the table is, let's say, EMP. This is the table. I want to dump into data lake, that too in Azure data lake. In Azure data lake, you have storage accounts. Azure data lake, if you treat as a biggest storage which supports unlimited data storage. To work with that data lake, first of all, you have to create your account. How you are creating databases in database softwares. Like that, you have to create one storage account. Suppose the storage account is my ACC. This is my account. Okay, now the required thing, the task is like this. Extract data from EMP. And write into my account. That too here containers will be there. Within the containers, the container is a root folder. Within the containers, you will keep the files. Suppose my container name is my data. Okay. I want to write into my data. My data container. This is the task. Now with ADF, what are the steps you need to follow? What are ADF steps? First, beginning a scratch onwards, you please tell me. The task is very simple. Now you are ADF developer. What steps you need to follow? First, directly pipeline. To create a pipeline, you have to work with data sets. But to create a data set, what is the prerequisite? Linked service. Okay. Now that's why the step one I am doing. Create a linked service. For Oracle, MyDB database. Suppose its linked service name is, let's say LK Oracle. At the time of creating a linked service, you can give any name. So in tomorrow class, you will see practically how to create linked services and everything. Create a linked service for Oracle MyDB. Now, linked service is created, but to create linked service, what is required? Directly, can I create linked service without integration runtime? You cannot. Got it? That's why step one is not this one. Step one is create integration runtime. Without integration for runtime, data transportation will not run. Okay? Create integration runtime for Oracle. Got it? For Oracle. Let's say what integration runtime you have to use. You have three types.
Self-hosted.
You are creating for Oracle means Oracle is part of Azure or out of Azure. Out of Azure. So that you have to use self-hosted. Let's say this IR name OIR1. Any name that you can give. Understood? Okay. Now my step two. After completion of that one, step two. Create a linked service for that Oracle for MyDB. At the time of creating linked service, it will ask you integration runtime name. I am giving you this OIR1. Got it? So at the time of creating linked service only, it will ask you integration runtime name. That runtime already we have created. We have given this one. That should be self-hosted integration runtime. Because Oracle is not part of Azure services. Now my step one completed. Now step three. Same. What is my target, sir? Data lake. Data lake is part of Azure services. Got it? Yeah. So that what integration runtime you have to use? What integration runtime you have to use?
Auto. Auto.
But you need not to create. By default, that is available to you. Auto integration runtime by default available to you. That's why no need to create any integration runtime. Okay. So directly I'm creating a linked service. Linked service for my data lake. That too, what is my account? My ACs. Suppose here some sample account name I have given. The account name is my ACs. So only linked service I have created, but at the time of creating linked service, definitely it will ask you integration runtime. But what integration runtime I give here? Auto integration runtime I will give. You need not to create, already that is available. Just you have to select that. Got it. Now everything is available. Linked services ready. Linked services ready means connections ready. Got it. To execute data transportations, you need integration runtimes. Now everything, all prerequisites ready to create data sets. Now step 4. Your next work is create a data set for Oracle table. Your Oracle, what is your Oracle table name? EMP. Okay. So the data set name, let's say DSEMP. But at the time of creating data set, it will ask you linked service name. What is the linked service you have created for this Oracle MyDB? LK Oracle. This name you are using. Understood? Okay. Next. Step 5. One more data set you need to create. This data set, is for what? What is your target? My data container. Okay. Already have created a linked service for my account. Once for my account, linked service is created, you can access all the containers with that. Okay. So I'm going to create a data set for this. The data set name, let's say DS Lake. It will ask you the linked service name. What is the linked service for this? So here we did not give linked service name. Let's say the linked service name is LK Lake. Linked service name is LK Lake. Integration runtime is auto. But at the time of creating data set, no need to specify integration runtime. Only linked service name you have to specify. Now all prerequisites ready. Now step 5. Step 6. I am creating a pipeline. Suppose the pipeline name is export from Oracle to data lake. This is just a naming standard. Any name that you can give. If any developer checks this name, he can easily understand. Okay, this pipeline is going to export data from Oracle to data lake. Understood? Okay. In the pipeline, what will be there? Step 6.1, data flows will be there. That too, here I am going to use only copy activity. Whenever you call that copy activity, it will ask you two things. One is source, second one is sync. In the place of source, what is our source? Oracle. For Oracle table, what is our data set name? DS. Yeah. Target. What is our target? Target is DS. Now all configurations ready. All these configurations without writing any code you will be doing. Just drag and drop like this. Okay, step 6 ready. After that, step 7. publish pipeline. Whenever you publish, all data sets will be saved permanently. Your pipeline will be saved permanently. Got it? Now publishing is completed, and step 8, execute pipeline. That's it. That means this is called a triggering pipeline. We use special terminology here. Trigger can be scheduled. Suppose I want to schedule a pipeline every day night by 9:30. Or else on demand. Right now the schedule has to be executed, means on demand I will select. There is an option called a trigger. Within the trigger, you can fix the schedule time, and also on demand execution also you can do. So this is a trigger. These are the steps you need to follow to create a pipeline, and to test that pipeline. But you are testing, you are executing this pipeline under your dev environment. Got it? I want to deploy this pipeline into my next stage. Suppose my next stage is pre-production, or else like directly production. At that time, in Azure, there is another service, another product called Azure DevOps. Entire DevOps is not required. Only CI/CD pipeline. How to use CI/CD pipelines in Azure DevOps? By using those CI/CD pipelines, you will be deploying this ADF pipelines in the production. Okay. Between them, again, you will be using GitHub or Azure repos. I am a developer. I am publishing this. Immediately, this should be published at GitHub. From that GitHub, immediately tester has to be taken. He will be tested. As a developer, I am concentrating here. Tester will be concentrating on his work. Of course, in the testing also, there will be many phases. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. If stage 1 test successful, that should be moved to stage 2. Again successful, that should be moved to stage 3. Once again successful, it should be moved to pre-production, then production. In this way, one cycle will be there. To create this entire cycle, Azure DevOps CI/CD pipeline will be used. Okay. So this entire thing, you need not to worry. Entire Azure DevOps, you need not to worry. In the climax, at the phase of deployments, okay, you will be learning that Azure DevOps CI/CD pipelines also. Got it? Continuous integration and continuous delivery. Delivery or deployment? Suppose you are the same, the word CD meaning will be changing, sir. From my dev stage to test stage, that is called delivery. Again, test stage 1 to stage 2, delivery. Finally, pre-production to production, that is called deployment. Depends on your activity, the term will be changed. Okay. But previously, this work will be running manually.
Hey Sriram, can I interrupt you for a minute?
Automation.
Hello. Hey Sriram.
Okay, all of you understood this.
Hello.
Once again, quick review, sir. The building blocks, only 5. In a high level, you have to create pipelines. Under pipelines, activities will be there. Activities are using data objects. But to work with data objects, you need to create data sets. But data sets directly cannot be created. Linked services are required. Got it? One simple question, especially the related with integration runtime and linked service. I have Azure data lake. My storage account is my account. And I have 2 containers in this. CON1 and CON2. I have 2 containers. I want to copy data from container 1 to container 2. What I have to create? How many linked services I need to create? Only one is enough. You are creating linked service for storage account. My source is container 1, target is container 2. Both are in same storage account, right? Both are in same storage account. That's why one linked service is okay. Okay, observe this. I have one more storage account here. That is your account. Here I have a container. The container is X1. Now I want to move data from container 1 to X1. Now in this case, two separate linked services you need to create. I'm going to work with this container means I want to create a data set. I have to create a data set. But to create a data set, linked service is required. So for this linked service, I need to create. And for this also, one data set I need to create. But previous linked service I cannot use because one linked service for one storage account. Even in databases also, you are creating linked services for database. Suppose one table is in one database, other table is in other different database. At that time, you have to go for two separate linked services. Understood this? So in practical part, you will be clearly understanding about all these things. So please do your comment on integration runtimes. What happens if there is no integration runtime? Data transportation will not happen. Oracle, that is in other different system. Your data lake is in cloud. First of all, there should be something which can move your data, which can push your data from Oracle to cloud. That's why integration runtime is required. Understand? Like this, you have three types of integration runtimes. Three types: auto, self-hosted, SSIS, When you have to use auto integration runtime, if your data object is part of Azure services. Suppose my data is in Azure blob. From blob to Synapse, I want to move. Now source is Azure, target is also Azure. For both the things, I can use auto IR. But source is Oracle, which is not part of Azure. Then you have to go to self-hosted. Finally, SSIS IR. Already your client was using SSIS for their ETL processes. They have packages. Now next onwards, they don't want to, they have already readily packages, but they don't want to run on premise. They want to run on cloud. They want to run the same packages in the cloud in the ADF. At that time, you have to use without recreating, without redeveloping those pipelines in ADF. Directly, you can use existed packages. Understood the point, sir? So for that purpose, you have to use SSIS IR. Got it? Yeah. Okay, sir. All the introduction part is completed. Tomorrow onwards, actual practical part will be started for your ADF. From basics onwards, I will be starting. It's not a matter even though you are new to the cloud. How to create storage accounts onwards. Okay. So how to create ADF instances onwards, how to create the first basic pipeline onwards, you will be learning everything, including integration runtimes, including linked services, everything. Generally, linked services and IRs will be created by the admins because they have to apply securities for that. Security is not under control of the developer. But here you have to learn it. But in the companies, only your work is creation of pipelines. Okay. Online team, please wait. Yesterday recording I will be sharing you. Already I have shared you two sessions, sir. Introduction session 1 and session 2. Yesterday, only first ADF session we have discussed. I think June. Sir, yesterday date, please. 30. Yeah. Sir, all of you online team, please check in the chat. Okay, sir. Tomorrow onwards, like the link will be changed. Who wants to continue with the sessions? So please share your numbers. Already yesterday and day before day in the introduction sessions, like some people have changed shared their numbers. Okay. So still, if any not yet given their numbers, so please do. So 29th, yesterday I have shared, na? Sir Dinakar? Okay, once again I will share. Just wait. Where is that?
Sir, I have a one question.
Sir, yesterday date, yesterday means
Hello.
Tuesday. I mean
Are you able
Tuesday.
to hear me?
Yesterday Tuesday or not, sir? That is what I am asking. That means Monday, 29th is Monday. Okay. 1 minute to stay on the line, sir. So Sunday we did not take anything. We started on Saturday, right? Saturday first introduction, second introduction on Monday. Third is yesterday. Today is the fourth. Okay. Yeah, 29th. Online team, please check if anybody missed day before day class.
Sir, are you able to hear me? Hello.
This is 29th. Again, here Sanjaran is asking for a day one class. 1 minute. Day one means 27th, Saturday. Yes, sir. Sorry. And please take my number also, all of you. I'll type in the chat. Okay, sir, I have typed my number. Just please ping me. So for this, immediately WhatsApp number is not enabled. Like I will make it enabled by tomorrow. So just normal text me. So in the free times, I will call you. In our mostly in the afternoon, I will be free. Please ping me. Before call me, just ping me. Ping me in the message. Okay, sir, all of you who did not give me the numbers, please type your numbers in the chat. Yesterday, almost most of people yesterday and day before day, they have given their numbers, and tomorrow the classroom link will be changing. Okay, I will send to that. And commercials and these things, Sunath Technologies Management will speak with you guys. Today, mostly by afternoon, we will be getting calls. There will be a discount for this course. So they will be explaining. Because as a trainer, I should not talk about the commercials and remaining things. So Sunath Technologies team will call you. So please cooperate and thank you very much. Sir, I think Mr. number is not complete. Number is not completed. Something missed. All 10 numbers ready, right? 918226155. Yes, sir, I have given. Please verify my number is correct or not. Huh? Because this is news to me. That's why. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, all of you. Tomorrow, same time we will meet. But to all your numbers, so the link will be sent to you. Okay. Tomorrow classroom link will be sent to you. Yeah. Yeah, let me check. Okay, all of you, shall I close? Remaining people numbers already, I think I have already yesterday and Monday session we have shared.
Sir, you able to hear
I
me?
will collect from those. Okay, sir, thank you very much. If anyone wants to speak with me, just ping me the message, sir. In afternoon, I will call you. Hi, Mavati. I will share the content in max by afternoon. Okay. So mostly in the lunchtime, I will share you the content. So totally 40 hours already counted. 3.5 hours is already consumed. But of course, it's official word sake, it's 40 hours, but within these 40 hours, a lot of new concepts will be there. Again, in the special sessions, Sunday sessions, I will be discussing new sessions. But training means training will be completed within 40 hours. So, but our journey will not be stopped. Every weekend, something new. Those discussions will be sharing. After completion of the course, I will be giving you next level Azure Databricks recorded sessions to you. Okay, for that again, you need not to invest again for the training. Okay, so same sessions, my recorded sessions you can take. Everything I will tell you the plan. Let's do the journey. Okay, thank you very much, all of you.